By the time that you're done watching this video, you are going to understand exactly how you can go make $10,000 profit a month with TikTok Shop. And it's the exact blueprint that I used to make $106,000 profit myself in 1 month. And it's something that I've taught many, many people, and they're out here absolutely crushing. So to just give you a sneak peek of how easy this could actually be, look at how easy it is to go viral. And also, once you go viral, to continue to go viral over and over and over.
And where down we go, where down we go, say where down we go, 'cause say we run you down to your car, way down we go.
So I wanted you to see that full video so that you can get an understanding of exactly what I'm about to show you. I love this. First of all, he starts by saying warning signs. It's red, so you're like, oh, warning. Now I have intrigue to keep watching. You have too much cortisol, stress hormone. So I'm like, oh, I'm stressed. This could be me. This could be a warning that, I have something wrong with me. Then what he's going to do is just reel in pain points, stiffness, things that everybody deals with, right? You'll also notice how he says 7 warning signs and he only gives 6. Why? Because people are going to comment in the comment section right here, oh, you only did, 6, not 7. When people are commenting, it's just boosting the watch time on the video so that it could push out to more views and he can make more money. But that's a little tip. And then he basically just introduces the product. You have all these pain points. Don't worry. It's not your fault. It's just that your cortisol levels are low and that you could use this to fix it. It's made with these healthy things. It doesn't have these bad things. I take 2 a day and I've noticed these benefits, which fixes all those issues and does more. And by the way, it's on a sale right now. So that's the format. Now watch this.
And where down we
Also, Goli Ashwagandha gummies, 20 million views.
and where down
Also, Goli Ashwagandha gummies, 3.7 million views. Slightly different video. It's for Nello Super Calm.
and where down we
Are you seeing a pattern here?
and where down
All right, I think that's enough. Goli, Nello.
and where down we
Woo.
down.
Collagen peptides. You understand. Once you go viral once, it's so easy to go viral again. You just replicate the structure of a winning video and you apply it to either the same product or a different product. The only issue that this guy has is he's marketing the most oversaturated viral products ever that have low commission, and you would have to do a crazy amount of volume to make much money. Even though this dude is printing views and definitely getting sales, I don't think they're converting very, very well, and he's probably making anywhere from like 10, 20, $30,000 a month. His issue is that even though he's found a structure that works, he doesn't have a high converting product. So introduce CaloData, a place where you can find high converting products. What I did for this litter box is I saw somebody on CaloData who was going live a couple hours a day, only a couple days a week, and every time they showed up, they were making hundreds of dollars an hour profit. So I knew they're being consistent, but they're inconsistent, and so if I order that product, it would be unreasonable to think that I wouldn't do well with it. I started going live. I went live crazy hours. The way that lives works is it redistributes viewership across a product depending on the people who are making TikTok the most money. So TikTok makes 7% off of every single sale that you bring in. And so if you're making money, they'll send you the traffic. So I took over. The other dude quit because he was like, I'm spent. This dude took all the viewership. And then I got all the viewership. And it didn't matter how many competitors came in. Since I was going live like 6 hours a day just drilling, I started crushing. I negotiated like crazy with the company, and I ended up making 6 figures in 1 month. And I'm going to give you a product that you can come in on right now and make good money. This can get you to $10,000 a month within your first month. The reason why is there are several people going in. This is a little bit higher competition than the litter box, and it's not quite as good as a product, but I'm talking about a litter box that made me, 6 figures because I more or less tripled my commission with the company. I was a first mover, and it was just a ridiculous, ridiculous product. But you'll see down here, if you look at the live streams, this guy was the first dude who was doing well for the lives, but he's only going live like an hour at a time. This dude is smart like us. He saw, okay, it's a high converting product. I'm going to come in and do a minimum of 3 hours a day. So if you want to come in, you will be the number 2 guy for this product if you order this right now and you put in strong hours, because nobody else is putting in hours like this guy. If you want, you could be a maniac and go like 7 hours a day. If you want to, it's all about just absorbing the viewership. If TikTok sees you're going crazy hours and you're making a good hourly rate, they're going to end up pulling some of that viewership from this guy and giving it to you. It's just a matter of putting in crazy hours so that you take the viewership from the people who are already winning enough so that they get discouraged to switch products and you ultimately take over. So if you want to put in crazy hours, you can go do that. I'm not sure if you're going to want to do that, but the way that you can overcome this is with viral videos. And so the thing about this product is, I know if I came in on this product, I could probably consistently make a minimum of $25 an hour profit starting out. A lot of you guys, you don't work, or a lot of you, you don't work a job that you like and you make less than 25 an hour. So you can come in, order this product, you'll make 25 an hour, more likely than not. Once again, it would be unreasonable to think that you wouldn't do well. That doesn't mean that 100% of the time you're going to start, destroying right away. But, the issue with this is it's just a viral product, or it's just a live product. 100K revenue in the past week and not that much live. But there are plenty of other pillows that are destroying with videos. So what could you do? You could look at other products that are pillows on TikTok Shop and replicate those videos and just take it onto the pillow. Just like he took a winning structure that was working for Goli and he took it to Supercom, you could do the same thing by taking winning videos from other pillows that are going viral and applying it to your live stream product. So by the way, let's whip out a calculator real quick. Let's say that you come in on the pillow and you're making I think reasonably you'll be making $50 an hour just to start. If you want to know how many hours that would take to make $10,000 a month, let's just do a quick calculation. $333 a day divided by, $50 an hour. You'd definitely be going live long. That's not the most favorable thing ever, but that's the minimum that I see with this. If you come in, you start doing well, let's calculate how much this person is doing. This would be valuable, right? Let's take a look at how much they are actually doing. It's a 10% commission product, $6,000. So he's making $600 divided by 4. He's doing $150 an hour. $150 an hour. 100 an hour, just about. He's consistently doing $100 an hour. So you can make $50 an hour pretty reasonably. How do you get that to crazy amount of money? Well, it's with videos. This is the strategy that made me $106,000 profit. The reason why is when somebody's in your video, they can see your profile page, and if you're live, they can click that button and go into your live. So now you're making thousands of dollars from the videos, and you're making thousands of dollars from the lives when you go live, and now you're absorbing way more viewership. You're getting hundreds of thousands of viewers extra into your live who weren't bought with the video, but now they're in the live and you can just point them, to a cart and say buy, 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 because that's basically what live streams are. It's just talking about the product features of the product while mixing in urgency, scarcity, and social proof. Basically, limited amount of time, get it now. Limited amount of product, get it now because it's, selling out. And social proof, so many people have already gotten in this live. So many people have gotten it on TikTok Shop. See, there's 50,000 sold, da-da-da-da-da. It's just sales. Super, super simple stuff. Also, you don't need a background in sales. I knew nothing about sales. I just started going live, and eventually I learned how to do it. Now you're getting all the right information. So anyways, let's take a look at one of these videos.
My husband and I own a 5-star vacation rental, and the number one question that we get asked most often is, what pillows are we using? I swear.
First of all, there's so many angles with pillows because everybody sleeps. Everybody has a problem sleeping because of XYZ issue, and you could just diagnose that issue by saying, it's your pillow. It's your pillow that sucks. You know the reason why, you're stressed throughout the day? It's because you're not sleeping. You know the reason that you could literally diagnose sleep is super important. You could diagnose it with the pillow and how you started using this pillow and how it, fixed it. But in this video, she's talking luxury. I own a 5-star this and that, and everybody asked me about the pillows because there's a thing around hotel pillows. Everybody loves hotel pillows. So she's just hitting the luxury, hitting the pillows, and I'm sure she just, this would be a really simple video. And I'm sure all of these are going to be super similar.
Did anybody else see the video of that lady talking about how she has Airbnbs and has these pillows in them, and then when people check out, they hold
So that's a viral framework. Have you guys also seen the video of that lady who was blah, 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 blah? And he talks about the same video that we just saw. So yes, there's so much potential. If you start making, let's say, $50 an hour, well, all you have to do is go viral once. You could see these are millions of views. You'll have hundreds of thousands of people extra coming into your live stream. That will minimum get you to at least $150 an hour. This is exactly what happened for me with the cat litter box. Is I was making hundreds of dollars an hour, and then when I went viral, I had so much more viewership that was just pouring in, and that's how I got to a 6-figure month, because I was printing with viral videos and with live streams, and I'm really going to bring this home right now. So when I was going live, I knew everything about the product, and I knew everything about the consumer because I was going live for months so many hours of the day. I didn't see the sun for an entire summer. Because of that, I knew exactly what makes the consumer tick. I knew exactly what I had to say to make them buy the product. And so the transition from starting with live streams with a high converting product that's already making you money to videos is so easy, because all you have to do is figure out why these top videos are going viral, apply the same hook the first 3 seconds of the video to your high converting script, which you already have since you've been going live. So for the live streams, there was a dangerous litter box at the time that, unalived somebody's cat. It was tragic, but it was a different box that literally had like a guillotine, in the front, and mine was safe. It had motion sensors, it had weight sensors, it had all these different things. It's literally impossible. It's always wide open. And so I knew I could tell people about all the features about how it's safe, and I could target that pain point. I could target that fear that everybody was freaking out. Oh my gosh, my litter box is this or that. I could target that fear and pain point and use that to convince them to get something that's safe. So yeah, a lot of people would have thought that's crazy to, talk about something like this, but I did it and it worked out very well in my favor. Actually, before I show you this video, I do want to show you something else very briefly. Look at this guy, because this is going to tie it all together. This guy, Kyle's Health, I always show this just because, it's just a great way of showing. You could just take elements of what's working and apply it to your stuff.
They're trying to cancel him right now for exposing dentists. Watch this next clip very carefully, because you probably won't hear this anywhere.
Spooky sound, red text, he exposed this massive industry. They don't want you to know this. When you feel like people are withholding information from you, you want to listen to it. So they don't want you to know. Listen for your safety. Now it's triggering fear, all that type of stuff.
They're trying to cancel Good Morning America because they just exposed a $300 billion industry. Watch this next clip very carefully, because you probably won't see it anywhere else.
Pretty straightforward, right? The only thing is that in this video, he's talking about Boom Boom Sticks. And in the other video, he's talking about, guess what? A different product, remineralizing chewing gum. It doesn't matter what the product is. He found a structure that worked and applied that to a different product, and so it went viral. So this is what I did.
They're trying to cancel this guy for exposing a $700 million industry. Listen closely to what he has to say, because you might not find this anywhere else.
So basically, I'm just using this, he used Joe Rogan and Shark Tank. I used this big YouTuber, Penguins, because I was doing research on, litter box. He made a video about the dangerous litter box. In that video, he was referencing a documentary of a dude highlighting the dangerous litter box, why it's dangerous, and how you should still use a safe litter box. And I was like, that's crazy. Thank you, God. And I was using the same litter box. I was like, this is a holy grail. And so I talked about why he still says the guy who exposed the dangerous litter box is still saying it's good and beneficial and you should want to use an automatic litter box. So I put that clip in it, and I'm talking about literally the same script that I've been drilling for hours and hours and hours and hours on end. I put a little sale at the end, talk about reviews for social proof. I talk about how people are loving it, how it's trustworthy, right? Because people have an issue with trust because they think it's unsafe. So I gave a trustworthy metric that this company has been around for a while. You want to avoid these other companies that are just popping up, blah, blah, blah. And I tell people to buy. So anyways, that was that format. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to target that same exact pain point and fear just by restructuring the video a little bit differently.
Do not get a self-cleaning litter box unless you know that it is safe.
I'm super concerned. It's us versus them. I'm empathizing with them. Guys, don't do this because it could really be dangerous. You know what I mean? And then I'm just going to talk about this thing that's going on. I showed Penguins how he exposed this dangerous litter box, showing them the reason why it's dangerous. It'd be different if I just talked about it versus showing, hey, this is dangerous for this reason. And same thing, trust. Now I'm talking about the product. Guess what? This is the same script, basically word for word, bar for bar as the other video. So I could just test little things differently in the first couple seconds and then hit the same script for the rest. This is another video.
Do not buy a litter robot. It is a giant scam.
When I first started going, oh look, same shirt. When I first go, I'm just a little bit more handsome. Maybe not, I'm just a little bit more tan. You can't really see it in the video. Guys, I was inside all day talking about a litter box for a year. Ugh. Beautiful. But anyways, I knew nothing about cats, litter, boxes, anything. But through going live for so long, I knew everything about the product, I knew everything about the consumer, and I knew everything about the industry and its competitors, everything. And so I made a video talking about the main competitor, how it sucks, knowing exactly how to talk about it because it had this issue, it's more likely to break down, whatever, blah, 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 and then talking about my safe litter box and how it's better.
I left my cats at home for an entire week and I don't feel bad about it.
Super controversial. Everybody thought, this guy's a piece of crap, but I said everything that I knew was going to get them to buy it. So I hate this guy, but I'm sold. And so they buy it anyways. All these videos converted like crazy for me. And yeah, you're making tens of thousands of dollars from the videos. You're making tens of thousands of dollars from the live streams. And now you're getting all the extra viewership into your live streams. So it's just like one giant machine of top of funnel and bottom of funnel content. By the way, videos, if you know how to go viral, this is what gives you the power to overcome competition. It's a strategy that nobody else can do. So basically what I'm saying is, if there's a lot of competition for a live stream product and you're like, oh, I can't absorb the viewership, how can you do it? It's by that, Willy Wonka, golden ticket, curveball. It's the reverse Uno card, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Go viral. Once you go viral, you get all that viewership into your live stream. Now you're converting at a crazy rate, and TikTok, the algorithm, is thinking, this dude's printing cash, so now I'm going to reward this guy with the viewership. Whereas before you were limited in viewership, now you can increase your viewership synthetically, and then if you can convert those people, they'll recognize you're making a more substantial hourly rate, and there will be more profit for TikTok to send the viewership your way. So you could use one viral video to take over, and now you absorb the viewership, and you don't even need the viral video anymore because you're top G for that viral product. So because you're top G for that viral product. So that's the exact strategy. Hopefully that makes sense. Once again, this pillow, you could go viral, or you could take that pillow and go run with it, and that's a straight path to making $10,000 a month. Like realistically, if you're doing $100 a day, all you have to do is 3 hours a day. Plus, once you start doing well for these companies, this is the last thing I'll say, you can negotiate with them. So these companies, they want you to go live because they're making money. So you could say, hey, I'm thinking about, taking this other opportunity because they're giving me this hourly rate. Is there any chance that you can increase my commission from 10% to 25%? And then they'll meet somewhere in the middle. And then all of a sudden, you basically double your commission or your hourly rate overnight. Or if you're doing super well, you can negotiate with that same leverage, being like, I'm thinking about exploring another opportunity. They'll basically pay you a retainer just to stay and do the stuff that you're already doing. So you could ask, like, if I go live for 3 hours a day, however long you're going live, maybe you could give it an extra hour. If I go live, 4 hours a day and you're going 3, can you pay me an extra $3,000? Blah, blah, blah. And they might pay you that to stay. There's so many levers that you could pull: commissions, retainer, bonus, incentive stuff. So, like, if I sell 10, can you give me an extra $10? Way more than that. But there's so many levers to pull. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be making more content like this. Definitely subscribe because I post valuable content just like this. If you're interested in learning from me directly, I have personal mentorship. You can go into my description on YouTube and see if that's a good fit for you. I love helping people get to $10,000 a month. So yeah, go look into that if you want. If not, go figure it out for yourself. Eventually you'll figure it out. But if you want to expedite the process and make a bunch of money as fast as possible, reach out. God bless. See you later. Peace.